So, I wonder what it feels like, to be able to have an important vote that affects 2.5 million rent-stabilized tenants in the city. It's a big deal. You have a big responsibility. You know this, and I'm sure you're not taking the decision lightly. But obviously, we're talking about making this decision in a particular historic context, right? The decision that you're going to be making is going to play out with other social, economic factors that are happening. I don't know, in history class, we sort of learn about the rise of fascism or genocide, and we promised ourselves that, if we were living in that era, we would take action. And we've all been seeing on our television screens what's been happening on the border. 2,000 children separated from their families in just over 6 weeks. 6,000 children that ICE doesn't know, where they are. And I just don't think that these are separate issues from the decision that you're making in a few days' time. You have the moral obligation to do justice. And I, didn't really know what a rent or a housing crisis looked like until I started working with Met Council. I have realized how systematic it is when we talk about undocumented families and what happens to them when the rent goes up or when they face an MCI or when the landlord finds out that they're undocumented and begins to harass them. Yesterday I went to a building that we're organizing, and it was just really depressing how many people are scared to organize. So the decision that you're making, takes place in this context, in this social context, where people don't want to form tenants associations because they don't want to go take their landlord to court because they don't want to give over their social security number because of the things that are happening under the Trump administration. And I know my time is running out. The only other instance that I want to mention, because I haven't heard it mentioned in other cases, is domestic violence. We work with lots of domestic violence victims, and I just, it's terrifying. We have a hotline, and we also have a tenants' rights clinic. And the number of people, especially women, that stay in their houses with abusive partners that have, in some cases, raped their daughters, the things we hear. You have, the obligation. I'm wrapping up. Yeah. You have the obligation to make the right decision, and I think you know what that is. I hope you know what that is. Thank you.